What is the information age? The information age is the modern time in which information has become a commodity that is transmitted freely, easily, and quickly by using personal computers and computer networks. This period is also called the computer age, the digital age, and the new media age. It is the period that started in the last quarter of the 20th century. Characteristics of the information age. The information age is associated with the digital revolution. It is marked by the rapid production, transmission, and use of information. It emerged after the Industrial Revolution, driven by innovations in computing and cybernetics, where computer and communication technologies merged to speed up systems like e-commerce, integrated enrollment systems, and integrated library systems. During this period, ICT became essential for generating, sharing, and receiving information, transforming how people work, learn, and interact. For example, through technology-enhanced classrooms that develop students' critical thinking. The information age also enables global communication and networking, shaping a knowledge-based society where individuals gain more opportunities, empowerment, and flexibility in how and where they work. It fosters a high-tech global economy built on computerization, making decision-making and transactions faster, easier, and cheaper. Growth in organizations shifts from linear to exponential, while globalization drives the need for better infrastructure. Entrepreneurship and self-employment also expand, reaching even the grassroots level of society. Development of the information age. The pre-Gutenberg era. It was a time before the invention of the printing press, when spreading information was slow and difficult. Books and tablets existed but were accessible only to a small elite group, not to the general public. Knowledge was mainly passed through word of mouth, so stories are the main form of information. During this period, development was limited, and society was dominated by tribal institutions, religious groups, and feudal systems. As a result, life progressed slowly, and information remained scarce. The Gutenberg era. The information age began with Johann Gutenberg's invention of the printing press, which made the production of books faster and cheaper. This event, known as the Gutenberg Revolution, had a democratizing effect, leading to major social and cultural changes and advancing the development of societies worldwide. The printing press gave people the means to express their ideas, opinions, and beliefs, and enabled the rapid printing and distribution of educational materials, especially the Bible. As a result, literacy spread, and people were able to share their philosophies, ideologies, teachings, and personal experience more widely. The post-Gutenberg period. This is the age of social media, characterized by the dominance of the Internet and the World Wide Web. With broadband access, videos, research, and communication became fast and widely available. Blogging, social networking, and call center communication connected people and businesses globally. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Amazon, Flickr, and Google made life more convenient, modernized, and globally connected. Key innovators emerged in this era. Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web. Steve Jobs developed the Apple I, leading to the revolutionary devices like the iPhone, iPad, iPod, iMac, and Apple TV. And Bill Gates founded Microsoft, known for Windows and Microsoft Office. Impact of the information age. The Internet, the greatest invention of the digital age, has transformed how people live, work, and communicate. It allows users to shop, pay bills, order food, communicate, study, and work online through computers or smartphones. Platforms like Skype, Messenger, and YouTube connect people across distances, breaking cultural and language barriers through internet communication and translation. The information age has also strengthened business and industry, making production faster, cheaper, and more efficient through automation. It is known as the age of entrepreneurship, where people from all walks of life start business online, selling products and offering ICT-based services. In education, the internet helps students, teachers, and administrators access information, develop programs, and improve curricula to meet modern needs. However, the digital age also brings negative effects. Excessive internet use can make people passive, lazy, and dependent on technology, leading to health issues and a decline in values and behavior. It has also become a platform for cybercrimes, including cyberbullying, scams, hacking, and online abuse.
The surface web, also called the ClearNet, is the most familiar part of the internet. It's the section that is publicly accessible and indexed by search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, Safari, Firefox, and others. This is often compared to the tip of an iceberg, the part visible above water. It contains websites, social media platforms, online shopping sites, email services, news portals, videos, images, webinars, and many other sources people use every day. These sites usually have recognizable domain names such as .com or .org, and when visited, servers can track user information like IP addresses. Despite being the most used part of the internet, experts estimate the surface web makes up less than 5% of the entire web. While generally safe, it is not free from risks such as phishing scams, fake websites, or identity theft, which is why users are encouraged to practice safe browsing and take precautions online.
Is the deep web. The deep web, also referred to as the invincible web or hidden web. It is described as deep because it lies beneath the invisible part of the internet. Unlike the surface web, the content in the deep web is not public. Many websites has required password, verification, security, and simply blocks search engines from index their page, keeping their hidden from regular users. What's found in the deep web? The deep web makes up the majority of the internet. Over 90% contains a wide range of the information and resources, such as paywall, unpublished web page, academic resources, database, and cloud storage.
The dark web is a hidden segment of the internet that is not accessible through conventional search engines and is part of the broader deep web. It uses advanced security measures like encryption and firewalls to maintain privacy and anonymity, often compared to the submerged tip of an iceberg. The dark web can only be accessed through specialized software or browsers such as Tor, which connect users to darknet's private, unindexed network designed to conceal users' identities and activities. On the dark web, users can find a wide range of content, much of which involves illegal activities. This includes the sale of drugs, weapons, and even chemical weapons, as well as child pornography. Credit card fraud, organized cybercrime, pirate content, hacker for hire services, and fake identity documents. There are also marketplaces for exotic animals and various forms of violent or disturbing materials. Despite this, not all content on the dark web is criminal. A smaller portion is used for legitimate purposes, such as hosting academic resources, books, and journalistic content. Activists, whistleblowers, and human rights organizations in a progressive Agents often use the dark web to communicate and share information securely, avoiding government surveillance and censorship.
Trees and the dark web. Trees are in all parts of area of the internet. However, it is important to know and consider which one can materialize when surfing the dark web, seeking anonymity and greater privacy. First, malicious software. The malicious software is one of the main risks when surfing the dark web. Indeed, according to Kaspersky Lab, a computer security company, it is present and fully active throughout the dark web. On some portals in this area of the internet, malware allows cybercriminals to carry out their attack and infect unruly careless users, as is often the case of surface web. Some types of malware to which those who surf the dark web without being cautious or aware of what can happen many exposed are keylogger, botnets, ransomware. Second, scams. The scams in additional to cyber attack that can materialize to different types of malware, and scams are quite common on the dark web, which can occur in the various forms. For example, when trying to buy a product or contact a service. As mentioned above, the dark web mainly hosts content-related illegal activities. So it lends itself to criminals offering a supposed product or service, weapons, data, human trafficking, hired assassins, and others, to deform customers easily, who are usually willing to pay a high sum money in exchange for what they are looking for. However, no one can guarantee they will receive what they paid for, which is often done wrong. Third, linking to illegal activities. Being a user of the dark web is not illegal. However, being a part of the internet widely used to facilitate all kinds of illegal activities. Many websites here are continuously monitored and investigated by the authorities like governments, police, international bodies to avoid perpetuating crimes. Therefore, visiting this website and making any kind of request or transaction can be linked in a person to crime, since in one way or another, he or she may be an accomplice to it. Similarity investigators often infiltrate the dark web. A person could be visiting a page selling drugs, but in reality, it is site controlled by authority to find criminals and dismantle criminal network. Like this. There are other talent fees on the dark web, such as being exposed to content that can be quite vulnerable, offensive, or violent for many users, which can negatively impact mental and emotional well-being.
Agentic AI. A growing subset of the artificial intelligence technology is agentic AI, whose distinctive feature is the ability to operate with no or minimal human intervention. If traditional AI systems follow predefined instructions, agentic AI systems are autonomous. They can reason, plan, and make decisions, adapting to dynamic environments, similar to how a human assistant would.
Quantum computing technology is a way of transmitting and processing information based on phenomena of quantum mechanics. Parallelism of quantum computing helps find the solution directly, without the necessity to check all the possible variants of the system states. In addition, a quantum computing device doesn't need huge computational capacity and large amounts of RAM. Extended reality or XR. While the gaming and entertainment market continues to flourish, The applications of VR and AR now extend far beyond leisure, encompassing retail, manufacturing, healthcare, and more. Recent tech advancements resulted in the creation of extended reality or XR, an umbrella term that includes all immersive technologies that blend the physical and virtual worlds. These include virtual reality or VR, creates a fully digital, immersive environment that replaces the real world. Example: Oculus, Meta Quest, Sony PlayStation VR. Augmented reality or AR overlays digital elements on the real world through smartphones, smart glasses, or AR headsets. Example: Pokemon Go, IKEA Place, Canvas Logic. Mixed reality or MR blends real and digital elements interactively so that users can manipulate holograms. Example: Microsoft HoloLens.
Neuromorphic computing. Neuromorphic computing takes inspiration from the human brain to create systems that mimic neural structures and functioning. You know that general computers use binary logic and sequential processing. Neuromorphic systems, on the contrary, function on the basis of artificial synapses in neurons, so they can process data in a highly parallel and energy-efficient manners, just like biological brains.
Activated technology. Virtual assistants, hands-free controls, and voice search solution are gaining popularity among users who prefers using spoken command instead to touch keyboard or buttons. Technology is built on speech recognition, natural language processing, and other AI-based techniques. Activated systems are widely used in cars, reverse control, navigation, climate settings, and multimedia without taking their eyes off the road, which is crucial for safety. The biometric is also a reliable security tools. Bank can use to authorize contactless transaction. Many organizations authenticate employees with the technology. People with disability turn to voice controlled navigation to perform some tasks and improve accessibility.